Okay, welcome to the 5.4 pre-calc lesson, um, the review for 5.4. This is the explanation for number 7. Okay, so the first thing you want to do in this problem is notice that the angle is being added with pi. So you're going to have to do the same thing to the domain. So you're going to have to add pi to the domain. Okay, and you're going to focus first on these two values to begin with. Tangent of what angle will give you 1. Now be careful because a lot of times people think, oh, if they see a 1, they think it's a quadrantal angle, one of the angles that lands on the x or y axis. But double check, but pi over 4, if you use that as a reference angle, has the ability to give you opposite over adjacent of 1. The next thing you want to ask yourself is what quadrants is tangent positive in? Tangent is positive in quadrants 1 and 3. So that would give me angles of pi over 4 and 5 pi over 4. Now the next step is to set those answers equal to what the angle was and whatever number was added or subtracted, multiplied or divided with it. Okay, so you're going to set x plus pi equal to your two answers of pi over 4 and 5 pi over 4. Okay, solve for x. So just so you know, we're going to need a common denominator because right now pi has a denominator of 1 and we need it to have a denominator of 4. So you can rewrite that as 4 pi over 4. So when I subtract 4 pi over 4, which is the equivalent of pi, I'm going to get an answer of negative 3 pi over 4, and do the same thing here. X equals 1 pi over 4. All right, so I'm going to make a quick sketch of that and then make sure that I adjust my domain accordingly. So negative 3 pi over 4. So if this is 0, right, negative 3 pi over 4 would go down 3 pi over 4s. Down 3, 1, 2, 3. So negative 3 pi over 4 is right here. And then positive pi over 4 is over here. But notice that the domain is going to be affected by whatever was happening to the angle. So since the angle was added with pi in the original problem, whatever was happening to the angle is what's going to happen to the domain. So the domain of 0 and 2 to 2 pi is going to have to change by being added with pi. Okay, so 0 plus pi is pi, and 2 pi plus pi is 3 pi. So what they're saying is that I can only pick answers starting from 1 pi, which is 4 pi over 4. Okay, so from 4 pi over 4 to 12 pi over 4. So if you rewrite 3 pi with a denominator of 4, you get 12 pi over 4. Okay, so as I start from here, I'm allowed to go from here all the way to 12 pi over 4, which is going to bring us back all the way over here. So any answers within that domain. Okay, so our first answer is going to be 5 pi over 4, which is right there, right? 5 pi over 4, keep counting, 6 pi over 4, 7 pi over 4, 8 pi over 4, and last but not least, 9 pi over 4. And those are your answers. But not negative 3 pi over 4, because that was not from when they wanted to start counting in the domain. Let me know if you need any more help.